Hello and welcome. I'm Krista Gibson, and this is Growing Older and Wiser. I just love when I'm sitting here and recording at the exact time that the sun is coming through this upper window here and making you can call it a moon-shaped full moon behind me or just light or whatever, but I love that. I just think it's so cool. So anyway, hello. I want to revisit something that I have talked about a couple of times here, but because of things that have happened for people in my life, it's just brought it to the forefront again. And it's the whole concept of safety and the whole concept of how we create, as we're older, our physical world and our physical lives so that we pay attention to things that could potentially happen and have some kind of, whether you want to call them guardrails or plans or whatever in place. And what I'm talking about is one of my family members recently fell, we think, or had a stroke. We're still not sure exactly what happened. But, I call this person pretty much every day, and this was one of my off days, and she's been on hospice. And so a nurse called me and said nobody was answering the door, and what should she do? And I said, gosh, I know somebody lives close. Let me have them go by. And so I did, and so on and so forth. And basically she was lying on the floor in the bedroom with her little dog, and the bedroom door was locked, so he had to break into the bedroom and, ended up calling the medics, and she ended up in the hospital, and they were calling it an end-of-life event and so on and so forth. And after a few days, she's actually doing better, which is awesome. I still don't know what happened, but here's the deal. First of all, when you live alone and you're older, and this, not just when you live alone, but let's say there's two of you who are older, try to think through, brainstorm what kinds of situations might come up and have things in place. For instance, in this situation, this person had refused to have a key available for the nurses to come. Well, had there been a key available, this nurse could have gotten right into the house and maybe changed the course of the events. I don't know. But that, the person didn't want that. She wants her privacy and didn't want people being able to get in. Well, I think that's something we have to think about, as we're older. Yes, we could fall. Yes, we could have a stroke. Maybe those things will never happen to us. I'm not trying to be negative, but they could. And because they could, isn't it smart and wise for you to think about, make sure somebody has a key to your house, which eventually that was what happened. I'm in Arizona, the person's in Washington State, so I couldn't hop in my car to go out. But be sure people can have access to you. If you wear a life alert, make sure you know how to use it. Now, granted, if you fall over or something, then maybe you can't even do that. But the point is to create your environment so that if something does, first of all, try to make sure that nothing does happen. And there are people who will come to your house. You can find them through the county programs that are in your county, wherever you are. They will actually come and do a consultation of your house and go through it and tell you what is safe, what isn't safe. Because things that were safe when you're in your 50s and 60s or 20s or 30s, now if you're in your 70s and 80s, may not be so safe. But you've been with it so long, you don't even know it's not safe. A simple thing like rugs. Anybody I've talked to who is in fall prevention for older adults or younger people, rugs are the least safe thing you can have in your house. The chance of you tripping on them is very high. And if you are going to have rugs, then slow down and pay attention when you're walking around them, but things like that. And there are safety measures that you can take for the shower, for the bathroom, in the kitchen. Have somebody do a safety evaluation for you. And you can't have the attitude, well, I'm an adult, I know what's safe or not. Well, okay, maybe you do, maybe you don't. But wouldn't it be amazing if you had somebody come and do an evaluation and you found, oh my, there's 4 or 5 things I need to change. So number 1, do a safety evaluation. Number 2, look at your place and see what do you need to do to get it so you are safe. And be willing to be humble and do the things you need to do so that you are safe in your own home. And make sure somebody can get into your house if you live alone or even with somebody else. Make sure there's someone in your immediate environment somebody you trust, give them a key so they can get in if anything happens. People don't have to break your door down. Yeah, 911 can do that. The medics and the fire people, they're happy to break your door down. Wouldn't it be fun, though, if somebody could just put a key in and turn it? Yeah, so make sure somebody does have access to your place, and then obviously, have your power of attorneys in place, have all of those things so that should anything like this occur, those things can pop right into place and you will know that you're well taken care of. Sorry if you can hear the corgi barking. There must be somebody in the neighborhood getting their mail. Anyway, my thing that I want to say today is look at your life, look at the safety features, and if you've got everything in place, good for you. If you don't, make the changes that you need to make them now before something happens. Don't wait until something happens and then go, oh dear, I should have done this or that. And I know I've talked about this before. I've probably bored you by bringing it up, and I apologize. But because it's on my plate right now, I thought, this might be on other people's plates as well. And if it's not, it's something for you to give some consideration to. I hope you are having a fabulous new year as we move forward. I think 2025 is going to be a great year. Yes, there's going to be humongous challenges, but with our age and our wisdom, we can pull upon our past knowledge and past experiences to make this a great year. See you next time.